Hey everyone, welcome to the vlog. My name is Nicole if you are new. If not, hey friends. On today's vlog, it's gonna be a little on the different side. It is all about cleaning. I love to clean. Cleaning is something that brings me a lot of joy. I'm also kind of a hypochondriac germaphobe, so it's part of my daily lifestyle. I never thought also I would be like my mom. My mom's also kind of a clean freak, and I guess I took that trait from her later in life. With that said though, I love a good cleaning product. I see cleaning products all the time on Instagram, like social media and stuff. And there's certain viral ones, there's ones that people really hype up. And I thought, you know what? Let me order a couple of these cleaning products off Amazon and try them out so you don't have to. Give you a real review on them, let you see how they work in real time, and you can then decide, do I want to actually invest in this product? So it's gonna be fun. I just ordered like a couple things and we can see how they work around my house. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Whoops, sorry. Nano towels for stainless steel appliances. All you have to do, actually let's open it up. I got it open. So supposedly this is a better way to clean your stainless steel because I guess using chemicals on stainless steel actually ruins stainless steel. It actually doesn't help the metal. It does harm to the metal over time. So looking at this is kind of like a way to clean your appliances without chemicals. All you have to do is what it says in the back here. It says, when cleaning, just use the nano towel and water to completely clean all of your stainless kitchen appliances and surfaces. It polishes and removes debris and fingerprints without scratching and without toxic chemical cleaners, and you can use them again and again. Okay. It's also double-sided. Use the deep pile side with water to scrub your stainless steel. Use the smooth side to polish to a brilliant finish. And then I guess you can machine or hand wash these in warm water. And I would assume if you are the type who uses fabric softener, do not use fabric softener on something like this. All right. We're gonna try this. And I'll tell you what, my fridge needs some cleaning. All right, I think, oh, okay, good. I thought I was gonna need some scissors. Okay. Boop. This is what it looks like. So I assume this side is for the scrubbing. This side is for the polishing, and all I have to do is add water. We're gonna head into my kitchen. I am sorry about the lighting in my kitchen. It is very hot here. I'm talking, we are over 90 degrees every day. I think today's 100 degrees. So I have to keep my blinds closed and my windows closed because I don't have AC, and I have to keep it pretty cool in here. So don't mind the lighting, but you'll see. It's not gonna be dark, but you'll still see the magic this thing supposedly can do. So I'm gonna take off this beautiful children artwork that were given to me by my nieces and nephews and the magnets. And then we'll get started on cleaning. Look at this cute picture of Arthur. This is him at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, living like a king. King Arthur. He's so cute. He was the biggest dog I think they ever had in the hotel. That's a story for another day, but let's just say they weren't too happy. the staff of Caesar's palace, but he was a good boy. How can you say no to that face? Yeah. Now, it didn't say if I need to use warm or cold water, but I just kind of did. It still feels like I use cool water. I did like cool, warm water. All right, so we're gonna do the rough side, see if there's any difference. It stinks because I don't know what you guys can see on camera. Also, his fridge is a little on the, I say his because this is a fridge Dan had prior to me moving in. This was something he had way before me. And it didn't say if it needed to be lightly damped or not. And what stinks is I am so on the clean side of things that my fridge isn't really that dirty. It really is not. So let's get these handles here, get all the little crevices. Now, I don't know if you guys can see very well, but this is the side I just cleaned. I haven't cleaned this side yet. I will say this side, and it's still drying, keep that in mind. This side does look a little shinier and cleaner than this side, especially down over here. It's not going to obviously take off everything, especially if your stainless steel has gone through some wear and tear. So like down there, that's just wear and tear. I try to clean that, but you know, you could see a slight, and there's also rust on there from that. He used to have roommates and they never wiped anything down. Drives me nuts. So I don't know if it's going to translate on video, but it looks noticeably shinier, like a lot shinier. So I'm actually satisfied so far with this cloth. Okay, we're going to do my stove oven area. All right, here's the before. You can see I have some spots, just dirty. Let's put this guy to work. Let's see if it will improve. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it does take off the oil from cooking. You do have to scrub though, because it is oil that's just been stuck on there for a minute. Hopefully this is transferring through the video, but what a difference. Look how shiny that is. And all I had to do was use water. It's still drying. There's still parts of it that are wet, but all I had to use was water in that cloth and it just shined it up real nice. It's not going to be perfect because there is some existing damage, like I said before, just like my fridge, just some rust, but pleasantly surprised. Last but not least, I want to do my dishwasher. I'll do probably a better shot of that because I don't think you can see on the video how dirty it is. And then we'll be done with my stainless steel. I mean, I do have my microwave, but I'm not going to film that for you. That's a lot. But let's do this guy. I'll show you before and after. All right, this is a good one. There's the before. See all the markings on the handle, markings on the door. Yeah, we gotta clean We gotta clean her up. She's looking dirty. Look at her now. Now that's what I call before and after. Beautiful. What do I rate the Nano towel? 10 out of 10. This was awesome. I also love that all I have to do is put this in my washing machine. It does say you can put it in the dryer on low or air dry it. I think I'm just gonna air dry it. But this is awesome. Also saves you some money on buying those stainless steel cleaners that I felt like weren't always the best. This is way better. Way better. So 10 out of 10. If you have stainless steel, buy yourself the Nano towels, stainless. This is awesome. And they're right, it doesn't scratch, chemical free, eco-friendly. So, and they have a 1-year limited time warranty. So if you weren't satisfied with it, you have a warranty. What I also love, which I'm huge at, it's not tested on animals, which a lot of products these days are. I'm starting to find out more and more stuff is tested on animals, like Downy. Don't buy Downy products. They test on animals. And when I say test on animals, like dogs, beagles, and they test them till the point like that they're dying. So anytime you see the rabbit, that's a good thing. So on to the next one, guys. Okay, the next one. I was really excited to try this. I've seen this everywhere. This is supposed to be like a miracle cleaner. It's supposed to clean everything and anything you could think of. It says it can clean your cooktops, saucepans, sinks, windows, barbecues, faucets, tiles, showers, garden furniture, paintwork, brass, and sneakers. And the list goes on, it says. So, and I've heard in the reviews that a little goes a long way. I think today I'm going to use it on my sink and my pans. I want to see what it can do for my pans. So we're going to do that. I'm also going to wear gloves because now we're entering the strong cleaning product time and I don't want any irritants on my skin. This also is a vegan product and it does not test on animals. So awesome. Yeah, you can use it for your household, kitchen, bathroom, and outdoor. So I'd be curious. Tough on stains. It also comes with a little spongy that I think I'm going to keep this sponge specifically for this guy. It feels like a Scrub Daddy. So if you wear this one out, you probably can just use a Scrub Daddy after. All right, let's go do, sorry, I keep doing that. I keep hitting my mic. Let's go do some dishes. I'm a little distracted, but real quick, look how cute these baby hummingbirds are. Aren't they so cute? The poor things though are hot because today is, again, stifling. Well, aren't they precious? I always worry about them though when it's this hot. And I guess they open their mouths like that. I guess they pant because birds can't sweat, I believe. So they have to pant when it's hot, and that means they have to open their little beaks. And I guess they only take 10 days to mature. I don't know if that's true, but it says 10 days. They did grow really, really fast. Also, side note, sorry I got a little water on it. If you do not have something like this to dry dishes, I highly suggest it. It's just one of those like drying stone mats. I love this one. This one's by Durai. Why I love it though is because I can just do this when I'm done and put it away if I feel like it, or just leave it. I usually just leave it. And then when I'm ready to do dishes, I just have to pull it out and it dries very fast versus the cloth ones. Those get kind of nasty. And this is way easier to keep clean and to make sure no mold and stuff is getting on this. So highly suggest a drying stone. I also have one, not like this, but I have a drying stone for my, what do you call it? The spray, soap, dish soap, wow, dish soap and hand soap. So that way if I'm dribbling any water, it's getting on the stone and not on my counter. Here's my sink. And here's the pink stuff and the sponge. It says, let's try to open it first. That's always a challenge for me. I struggle opening everything. There we go. You just gotta pop the tab. Is it a twist? Good Lord. Probably should have waited to put gloves on. Oh, duh. Goodness. Anyways, here it is. And it says to just take the sponge and, you know, take some product off. Everyone said a little goes a long way. It also says be careful when scrubbing. I think because of the sponge, these sponges do sometimes tend to scratch. So you just gotta be careful. I think I wanted to try my pan. I think the pan would be like a good thing to test. And then maybe I'll do my sink. But here's my pan. See, it has like this grime on it. I kind of wanted to see if this pink stuff would take it off. It also says do not use it on hot surfaces. So I'm gonna try not to use super hot water. Maybe just like cool water. All right, without further ado. I don't know how much. It's like it is a paste. It's kind of thick. Definitely say it said I didn't have to damp the sponge. I just do it kind of dry. Guys, I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but look at the difference. Just from that. It took off, I'm like trying to make it better. It took off even some of that really deep black stuff. I actually feel like if I really spent some time really scrubbing for a while, I could probably get a lot of this that, you know, burnt off. But I still think this looks great. It even took off some of the burnt stuff from the edges here. That's awesome. So that stuff works amazing. I'm gonna do my sink next, just to kind of like shine it up a little bit. But that stuff's great. I really don't feel comfortable yet. Like you could see stuff here, but I don't feel comfortable yet putting it in the area that we eat food off of. The bottom, obviously no food goes on here, so I felt a little more comfortable. I still didn't feel quite comfortable doing it inside here yet without a little bit more research. So yeah, anyways, awesome. It's probably fine. I just need to look into it a little bit more. But what a difference. So now my sink. I don't know if you guys can see like just some of the dirt and grossness in here. Hopefully this stuff will do some wonders. It actually also smells really good. I don't know, it kind of, what's that smell? It has like a familiar smell, kind of like a candy smell, but I can't pinpoint what it reminds me of. Like a pink lemonade candy. Yeah. All right. We'll move you to the side and we'll start scrubbing away the sink. Ta-da! So this looks noticeably cleaner. And I know you can do this with other products out there. Don't use Comet, by the way. They test on animals, FYI. So if you are a Comet user, I would suggest using the pink stuff. I put it back in its box, but switch to this. My husband actually has used this already, and he said it's great on flatware as well. I didn't even think about that. So you know how like sometimes your flatware gets that, I guess it's kind of like that rusty stuff on it. This will take it out. Yeah, wonderful product. Highly recommend. I love that it cleaned this really well. This had some like hard water stains on it, but I hate to say it, but a 10 out of 10. I love this. What it did to my pan is awesome. So 10 out of 10. Next product. This is by Active. Never heard of them, but you can get them on Amazon. This is supposed to be a disposal cleaner. You just put these tablets in there. It's supposed to help eliminate the smell, take grime out of the disposal. The only thing about these that kind of makes me nervous, and I didn't know until I bought them, was look at the warnings on here. I guess they really want you to first obviously read the directions before just going in and doing it. I would recommend that with any cleaning product. They are chemicals. There is, though, a warning, obviously for children and pets, so keep them away. And they do tell you that they are skin irritant. So you gotta be really careful not to touch your eyes or get it on your skin too much. Yeah, causes skin irritation, serious eye irritation. Wash thoroughly after handling. So with that said, I would suggest using gloves when doing this. I always have rubber gloves. If you don't have rubber gloves, get yourself some. They're really cheap on Amazon. I use them for everything. But I guess you can only use these twice a month because they're supposed to be strong enough to do their job. I'm going to try it out. I may also down the road look into this product a little more because I don't see, then again, I haven't fully opened it, but I kind of want to compare it to, is it called what is it called? Pause. So I want to compare it to a fresh. I noticed that they both have very different ingredients. So I'm going to do more research on this and see if these are actually better than these or if these are better. But very different ingredients. This one has 10 ingredients, this one has 9, but not the same. So it'd be interesting. These, sorry, I drank some coffee and I have like the shakes. I wanted to see if they were made, okay, made in the US. These are made in China. I don't know, but I'll look into it for you guys. We're gonna though try these suckers out. I'm gonna get my gloves on and hopefully it'll do its job. It's finally open. Here's the back. That big warning was kind of blocking this, but this is supposedly what it's supposed to do. It goes from this to this in the inside. Clearly shows you the instructions here of what to do. When you open it up, shows you do 2 times a month. I think for this month I'm just gonna do once. I'm a little off because it's like the end of July. And then there's this cute little note. I didn't know it was a small business, which explains why I've never heard of this company before. And I love supporting small businesses, so hopefully this product will turn out great. They have other products too, as you may see here, which is really cool. All right, and then they come prepackaged. Yep, 1 tablet in each package. So we're only obviously going to use 1 today. I'm going to try to close this sucker up. Well, the best I can, right guys? There we go. Okay, because I want to look at the instructions. I don't think that's going to stay. I might have to put tape or something on it. All right, so it tells me, make sure the disposal is empty. I know it is for sure, but I'll run it through just to be sure. Run a full stream of hot water for 1 minute, then reduce to a slow trickle, less than a width of a pencil. For single, oh, I'm not a single basin sink, I'm a double. Turn faucet away from the drain. For double basin sink, run water in the non-disposal drain. So after I do that, I'm gonna run water in this drain to help contain foam within this disposal. I'm gonna unwrap it, place 1 tablet fully inside the disposal. Use 2 tablets for first cleaning or heavy residue. Ooh, maybe I should do 2. Then run the disposal for 1 minute. If foam rises into the sink, continue running the disposal and water until the foam drains. Rinse any remaining foam from the sink and turn off the disposal. Okay, sounds fun. I don't know, I think I'll just do 1. So I don't know how much it's gonna foam, so just to be safe. Now, it might get a little loud, sorry guys, but I'm gonna run some hot water. Use my arm, feel the temp, because I don't want my hands wet yet. Let me do this too. Yep, sounds empty to me. Woo, hot. 1 minute, I'm gonna reduce it less than a width of a pencil. There we go, and then I'm gonna move it here. I wonder if I could do that a little. There we go, that's probably better. Okay, now let's open this sucker. There's the tablet. I'm gonna drop them. And then you're supposed to run the disposal. Okay, I'm not getting really foam, but I do smell. So I know it's working. So here's my review of that. Didn't do the whole foaming thing like I would see on social media, which kind of, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, kind of drew me to it because I was like, ooh, it's really cleaning, but it still did its job. It took away the odor. I really smelt the citrus. So I do believe it was doing what it was supposed to do, which is clean. You don't buy something for it to foam. I just feel bad because it wasn't visually fun for you guys to watch. You just watched me put a tablet in the drain and nothing happened. But my review on it, you know what? I would give it probably like a 8 out of 10. It took the odor away. I was pleasantly surprised. There was like a little bit of like that hint of disposal sink odor. Not like heavy, but a little bit, and it took it away. Would I say it's better than this? Not sure yet. I'll have to look at the ingredients and compare. This one claims they're a safer choice, so we'll see. Stay tuned for stay tuned for a final review when I compare the ingredients to both, and then I'll tell you which one I feel like would be a better choice for you guys. Next one. This one I'm so excited about. So this is a dryer lint vacuum attachment. This one I hope is going to be awesome. So you attach it to your vacuum, and you know how in your dryer, the catch-all, the lint catch-all, you can always clean it, obviously, but you know how there's lint that gets really deep down in there? This is supposed to help you get it out. And after working in a salon for many years, I'm not a hairstylist, but I'm an esthetician, I learned that dryers last longer if you take out all the lint, not just the lint in the tray, all the lint. And I can't tell you how many times the salons have to have a guy come out to fix the dryer because they clean so many towels throughout the day, and they clean the lint trays, but it's still not enough. This is supposed to help you get all that lint out. I just hope it will attach to my vacuum. So I know it looks like this at the end, but this is kind of rubbery, so it can attach to any type of hose that your vacuum may have. Oh, I'm like, what? Let's go try this out. So welcome to my dryer. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but you can see that the lint gets trapped all in there. And you can't really I mean, you can kind of get your hand in there depending how big your hand is, but it would just be so much easier to just vacuum all that out. And that is what we're going to do today. I even emptied out my shark to show you guys how much I pick up from just vacuuming inside my dryer. If you don't own a shark though, highly recommend. I love my vacuum. Having a dog that sheds, this thing is amazing. It has a great suction, and it also has like an air freshener thing that I can put in there. It still works, but I guess like you can replace it, and so it not only vacuums well, it also helps kind of make the carpet scent a little better. But great vacuum. So I'm going to try to attach it to this hose here. Just going to get it in there and then put this on top. It's not going to be like super snug because obviously this is not made for shark, but All right, let's see. It's on there pretty good though. Yeah. And then let's turn on the vacuum. Ooh, I could get really in there. Oh my God, I'm picking up so much stuff. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna have to go get a like a paper towel to get that off. But that huge chunk was down there. And I'm talking, you can get way down there. So let me go get that. So it probably won't translate on camera very well, but I got it cleaned deep down in there. It was so awesome. I was picking up some huge chunks and probably other things that I have no idea what they are, maybe loose change or something. Guys, look how much I just picked out of there. That was all in my dryer. Even after cleaning my lint tray every time I use it, because it gets so deep down in there, it just collects. It's like an area you really can't get into. Oh my gosh, this was completely empty. And now it's literally full to the rim. That is insane. So this tube, this silly little plastic tube, definitely like 11 out of 10. I would highly recommend. Okay guys, so that is it for my products. Going back to the active cleaning product for the disposal, I think I'm gonna stick right now for 8 out of 10, but it could be a 10 out of 10, depending on how long the smell is gone for. I actually though do love that it's not a really potent smell compared to a fresh. A fresh can be really strong, but this one really, like, it had a smell when I was first doing it, but now there's no smell. It says it's supposed to have citrus scent, but it was like a light citrus scent, and I prefer that. I don't want it to smell super chemically, so loving that. I did look into both their ingredients. A fresh though does have, what do you call it? Like, I don't want to call it like a patent, but like a stamp of like approval that they have very safe ingredients for both human and pets. So I wouldn't say that the ingredients are worse off, obviously, than Active Cleaner. What I like about the Active brand is that they use plant enzymes. So they're actually very eco-friendly, and they're very much safe for humans, pets as well. I did try to see if they were cruelty-free. I think their products might be. I haven't bought detergent from them. I think their detergent is, but their disposal tablets, I don't know if they're using those on animals or not, but it is supposed to clean grime and all that stuff. So either way, I love though that the Active tablets are a year-long supply versus a fresh, it's not. You'll have to keep buying more. I think some of them have like a 6-month supply at most, but the Active, I won't have to buy any tablets for a while, which is great. And I think I'm gonna link everything in my bio, all the products, but they were definitely also not expensive, so highly recommend. I think the most exciting thing though, they were all the products worked great, but the most exciting thing was the attachment for my dryer. I still can't get over how much I got out of there. I was telling my husband, I'm pretty sure I was taking lint out from ex-girlfriends past, you know, and thank God, because that's why I love cleaning. You got to clean all that old stuff away. We don't want that, right? Moving forward. So I just thought that was really cool. I was super impressed by that attachment. Highly recommend. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a fun time. If you like this kind of stuff, please let me know. I would love to do more videos like this for you, especially now that we're seeing a lot of stuff that people claim are really great and really cool, but you are too afraid to try it yourself. Just let me know, and if it's something that I feel like I'm interested in too, I'll try it out for you. And it doesn't have to just be stuff from Amazon, it could be anywhere, but obviously it has to be realistic, affordable, and useful. But anyways, please like and subscribe, and that way I can make more vlogs for you guys. And like I said, if you are part of my channel or want to be part of my channel, I do all kinds of things. It's not just going to be cleaning and all that. I am a girl who likes a lot of things, a girl of many hobbies. So, but if there are certain things that you'd love me to cover, please tell me in the comments. Sorry, I can't talk. Either way, I can't wait to make another video for you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. All right, bye guys.